Welcome.
Yeah, nice going, MG.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome, everyone, to
When in doubt.
a wonderful start to tonight's episode of Kindred List, right here at Proficiency Bonus. My name is Michael, your most humble and merciful Dungeon Master. I want to first shout out a huge thanks to some of our sponsors and supporters for the stream. I want to thank Twitch, Streamlabs, Team MZ, Many Sided Dice, and our good friends over at Little Dragon Corp, because they are all
Already
awesome.
beat you.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, there it is. The show-offs in Twitch chat land. So if you go to Twitch chat right now, Kristy Mysticwater has placed a wonderful chat command in the Twitch chat that will allow you to click on a quick link. Go visit our friends over at Little Dragon Corp, and you can get some really awesome dice and other RPG gear, and if you use that coupon code PROBONUS, you get 10% off of your order. So make sure you go check them out tonight. Wow.
Hell yeah.
Unfortunately, once again, we were without our wonderful and beloved Sarah. She is at home relaxing tonight, taking a load off. We love you, Sarah. We hope to have you back soon.
Love you, Sarah.
So we're going
I think she's going to be watching tonight, though.
Yeah, I think she said she was going to be chiming in and watching the episode. So
We love you.
sending hearts and love your way.
All the love.
So we're going to continue with just a brief recap of what, I don't know if I can make this a brief recap, because a lot of stuff happened 2 weeks ago with the conclusion of the party's encounter with Yeenoghu, a demon lord from the abyss, who was trying to bring part of his realm to the Ardeep Forest, the homeland of both Ashlyn and Diana. The party thwarted Yeenoghu's plans as Ashlyn drove the legacy blade through the skull of this creature, reducing him to nothing but a pile of blackened ash. Before that, though, Lachlan narrowly escaped death.
I mean, he did die. He didn't escape it.
Well, he did. He did die. Let's say his soul was off to the pearly gates, and then somebody reached in and grabbed him by the collar and just drug him back into his mangled body.
Yep.
Just a giant flashing red rejected sign on the gates.
As
401 not found.
as Diana was able to restore Lachlan's soul to his body, bringing him back, the group regained the momentum in the battle. And then Callista got everybody out of there by teleporting back to the Worm Skull throne in her bedroom at the good old-fashioned dumpster fire ranch just outside of Waterdeep. Yes, we still haven't renamed the ranch.
It's just gonna stay that way.
I think it just, we need to go ahead and just get the signage commissioned.
Yep, just get the gold embossed or whatever.
That's it. So, we start with Diana, Callista. Ashlyn seems to have made her way running up to her tower room by herself. Seemingly, from what you guys could tell, possibly stressed out from everything that's been taking place. Seems like she wants some time to be left alone at this point.
It's been a pivotal thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Getting a legendary blade. Becoming the chosen one. It's a lot to take in, you know.
It is.
Pressure. I think Callista would probably leave her like a tray of tea set, like a tea set at the bottom of the tower, and if she comes down for it, so if she wants some tea to calm down, and kind of like call up like, Ash, there's some tea if you need it, and just kind of leave her alone.
What's that old movie with it was like an old 80s movie or something like that, with the one guy who has the boom box and he's holding it over his head.
Say anything.
Say anything. That's it.
Say anything.
And I know it wasn't the song, but all I can think of in my head is that one from The Night at the Roxbury. What is love?
What is love?
Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more.
That's an exquisite piece of cinema.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
No. Yes.
Diana and Callista, as Callista, you're setting this tea set out for Ashlyn. You guys have no idea where Muffin and Lachlan have gone. They are nowhere in the vicinity.
Well, Muffin did tell me over telepathic bond that he was going somewhere, and he'd come back and have a conversation with us after.
Okay.
But I don't know where Lachlan went.
Surprise, surprise.
Well, there knows.
It is a surprise because I'm perceptive as fuck, Lachlan. What the fuck?
Matthew, you are muted. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, fix that real quick. At least Callista knows when it comes to Molfen that he's on the same plane of existence because telepathic bond won't work outside of the plane.
And about this
I
time,
think
telepathic bond is about to.
it's over now,
Yeah, it's
but
probably- yeah.
I told her you were looking for Diana, and she's like, okay, but we need to have a conversation when you get back. Because Callista realized that she was managed from touching the gross stuff and wanted to check in with all the party members to make sure none of them got messed with.
You guys all have to pass a
But they're not-
physical.
Yeah.
Too soon, Michael. Too soon.
All right,
Hold on, I'll
boys,
assume the position.
line up.
Spread them.
You gotta pass the druid and a cleric. Good luck.
All right. So, Diana and Callista, you have a few
By the
moments if
way-
you need to have a conversation or role play anything out. This is a good opportunity for you guys to have a little chat
What
about.
time of day is
That
it?
is a good question. You guys woke up. The last time you guys had a long rest was at the monastery.
Mm-hmm.
Which was right after the battle, which we
Like,
got
we're all
to-
pretty tired.
Mm-hmm. I'm still thinking it's probably during the day.
Huh, okay.
Because you took a couple hour, it took like 2 hours to you guys to travel from the monastery to where you faced off against Yeenoghu, and then you
Mhm.
instantly teleported here.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you think? It's probably lunchtime.
Now, during that like brief time we had before, how long were we like chilling out in Callista's room? Would we have been in there for like a half an hour or so? Would it have been?
Yeah, as we
enough for-
decompress things,
Yeah.
I think because we had a bit of a
Yeah,
conversation.
so we would have had a short rest at that point.
Yeah, you
I
would
think
have.
so.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on a second. Lachlan almost died about an hour ago, and now he's off somewhere with Wolfen.
No, Molfen doesn't know
That
where
man.
Lockwood is. Molfen went off on his own.
Oh my god, wait. Oh my god, no. I thought the gnomes were together.
No,
No,
they're
they're
not.
not together.
They're not
Who
together.
was
They're
watching the
good.
gnomes?
Oh my god, we lost the gnomes.
And he heard me asking where for telepathic bond, and yet Lachlan did.
Callie, what's worse, having the two gnomes together to watch each other, or having them separate and no one is managing them?
That one.
Well, you want to go get lunch?
It's probably the last moment of peace that we're gonna have for a while. So yeah. I would like
You
to
wanna
just
go-
keep an open perception to see if I can see if he's anywhere on the vicinity of this
Okay.
property.
Okay. Sure. So you guys are you guys like walking to Waterdeep to go get some lunch? Are you gonna get lunch?
I feel like that'd be fun. We should go to brunch. We should have mimosas.
Another brunch episode.
I guess Callista's following Diana for mimosas.
We're gonna go get mimosas.
Because honestly, this bitch deserves it after that battle and everything that she did. So yeah.
Oh yeah,
Callista
we
will
deserve a
indulge her.
drink.
Yeah.
Oh, and Zos,
Yep.
don't forget you do have the natural 20 this week if you choose to use it.
I would like to spend a nat 20 on carving a French toast into the shape of a heart for Callista. No.
We approve this usage.
Girlfriend shit.
She picks it up and folds it in half to make sure it's equal, and then cuts it perfectly.
I love French toast.
No, that's not what I do.
I am keeping an eye out though for the boys as we go into Waterdeep, just in case. I know that this city is huge.
Now,
but
are you just relying on your passive, or are you actually like searching for gnome tracks?
I mean, if I remember correctly, my passive is 30, so I think I'll just rely on my passive.
Yeah. You're actually more perceptive when you're not paying attention.
Not paying attention.
How?
I have no idea
He's
how that
gazing at
works.
Diana's eyes, and all of a sudden, wait! It's a wolf and beard hair! And there's anywhere!
High level druid speed. Like with observation.
Okay. Lachlan,
Hmm.
we're gonna focus on you for a few minutes. You are walking through the streets of Waterdeep.
Hmm.
It's kind of bustling today. The weather is kind of good. Lots of things happening. Anywhere in particular that you are walking to?
Yeah, I think my first visit, I went ahead, I think, if I remember correctly, toward maybe the hospice of St. Lapson.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go find where we left Anastasius.
Ew.
Okay, I think you guys buried Anastasius in the City of the Dead in one of the.
Okay.
But yeah, you can go there.
He's got a monument.
So I'll head to City of the Dead then. I went ahead where we buried him.
Okay, yeah. So you enter the gates. There seems to be a lot of people walking through today. Seem to be paying homage to lost loved ones, and some families are bringing large bouquets and arrangements of flowers, possibly that came from B4 Flowers.
Oh shoot! I should buy one. Is anybody selling?
Yeah, actually, there is kind of like a vendor on the corner in the City of the Dead, and they've got a bunch of like.
Super expensive when you buy it.
Yeah, they're super
from the vendors
expensive
here,
when you
though.
buy it from the vendors on site.
Yeah, I'm
You're gonna
kind of
pay
rich.
more. Yes.
I'm kind of rich now.
All right, fair.
Yeah,
You're not wrong.
Yeah, I'll try to pick one up.
Yeah, you get a bouquet of flowers. I don't know, Kristy, you help me. Because you know costs of flowers a little bit better than I. What would you think would an upscale price for a bouquet of flowers would be in a location like this?
Probably like, honestly, because the basics would be like high copper, middle silver. So honestly, it would probably be 1 gold
At least
for
a gold.
at least a gold.
Okay. Yeah, so you have 2 arrangements to choose from, Lachlan, but they're trying.
Okay.
Usually they're like.
This is my
24.
skill, flower assessment. This is one of my proficiencies.
There's a beautiful small bouquet that's for a gold piece, but then there's this luscious bouquet that has several different arrangements of colors mixed in one. It's actually assembled on a wreath.
Yeah, that's a little more him, I think.
And it's
a little more.
that one is 3.
outrageous.
That's 3 gold.
Well,
Oh damn!
I'm picking it up.
Oh, you gotta have this one. I mean, seriously, look at it.
Yeah, it's perfect for the person I'm buying it for.
Absolutely. 3 gold, please. All right. You now have this massive flower wreath. It's like the same size as you are.
Yeah. Looking around it and under it as I try to find the grave.
Okay.
God, this I did not plan this well at all.
Size him.
Yeah.
So you bring it to the place where Anastasius is laid to rest. It's kind of like, it's one of those areas that you can walk into. I'm trying to think of what I can describe it as. Words are escaping me.
Mausoleum.
Yes. So you walk into this mausoleum, and it looks like there may have been several people buried in this mausoleum, but you go up and you can see the plaque for Anastasius on one of these places where he's been laid to rest.
Nice. I will find a nice spot to hang this wreath up.
Okay.
Use my prestidigitation to hopefully the cops don't catch me doing magic, but I'm gonna use some prestidigitation to, just spruce it up a little bit, make it look real good.
Perfect. Yeah. Absolutely.
And I mean, I know you can't hear me, Anastasius, but I almost joined you in that big tavern on the other side. We were fighting a demon, and I went down, but you know, we're really powerful now, and Diana brought me back right away. And then moments later, Callista just snapped her fingers, and I was like back to full health. It was, you know, it was pretty wild. It was a pretty harrowing fight, but it was pretty scary too, you know. I want to thank you for what you did for us. And I think we probably won't be seeing each other for a couple centuries. At least I hope. I've got big plans, but you know, stay good wherever you are. Okay. Pat the wreath, and I'm out of there.
MG, give yourself a free nat 20.
Seriously, like seriously.
Thank you, Michael.
That was amazing.
I feel like I'm gonna cry. Fuck you.
As you're leaving the mausoleum and you're headed through the City of the Dead, you notice there are some families that seem to be mourning on the side of the road, a lost loved one. People somberly just like walking by. Older couple. Young woman has her arm kind of like wrapped around husband's arm, and they seem to be just kind of like walking by. Goodbye. And then you feel a gentle presence on your shoulder. And you look up to see that someone is walking next to you. And it's Anastasius. And then you feel a presence to the other side of you. And you look to the other side, and there is an individual walking next to you that resembles Salim, who you met in the garden. And they're just walking with you for a moment. And Salim starts to speak to you. You did good, Locke. You did real good. Didn't think this would Didn't think this would be the first place that you would visit, but
well, you know, had to thank a guy that got us this far.
Anastasia speaks. Thank me? Why are you thanking me? You know, you had it in you all along. You and your friends. Then Salim speaks and chimes in. You spoke to me about redemption, Lachlan. You're well on your way.
Seriously?
But always stay on your guard. Because the past always tries to find a way to drag you back down.
Telling me.
So what do you do now, Lachlan? Where do you go from here?
Well, I want to check to make sure that nobody charmed me. Okay. I saw Anastasia's moments ago. So I just, like, Okay, I can still move all my fingers. I'm not dancing. I'm good, right? I'm good. Feel fine, right?
And as you look up to where Anastasius was walking with you, he's no longer there. But Salim is still there, walking next to you as you're approaching the gate. You may not be able to see me, Lachlan, but I'm there. Just remember, I'm there.
That means a lot.
And then kind of walks backwards a few steps and does the slow turn. Begins to walk away, and as he's walking away, he just fades out of existence. Then you watch that couple that you saw walking in, they're now exiting, and they just almost walk right through him as he disappears. They don't seem to notice at all.
All right. Kind of take a moment and soak it in. And then my next stop, real quick, just passing by, I want to go to the Blue Jack, my tavern, where my boys are.
Okay.
Not going in.
Headed to the tavern where your boys are? Okay.
Just want to walk by.
Lachlan, you pass several places. But before you get to the tavern, as you're walking there, you notice a boy on the street. He's got some kind of newspaper that he's selling. He's got this big bag attached to him with all these rolled up newspapers. You see somebody walk by you with one, as they just paid this boy for one. And on the front of the newspaper is a drawn image of someone you recognize. It's one of your old companions, Riser.
Yeah.
Apparently he got himself into some trouble. And you can just catch a glimpse of the image as they're walking by. It looks like a were-rat throwing a person across the room with like 4 other people with wooden chairs, like trying to hit them with wooden chairs. It looks like he was part of some kind of big tavern brawl or something.
Can I buy a couple of those?
Yeah, absolutely. 2 silver.
I'll take 10.
Okay, he starts like dishing out these rolls of this newspaper to you. Holds out the palm of his hand for the silver pieces or gold or whatever you're gonna give him. And...
Oh, I gotta give these out. This is great. Riser.
You find out once you get the papers, there's a lot more to the story than what meets the eye. Apparently he has been arrested and is scheduled to be exiled. Because
this isn't his first time?
It hasn't been his first time, and they're really they're calling him a monster.
Well, I mean, he is, but yeah.
Jeez.
I have a habit of befriending people that get into fights in Waterdeep and then get themselves kicked out. Like, this is a pattern. I have a type.
There's a common thread, and it's Lachlan.
Yeah. Maybe I'm the problem.
So the details of the exile say that he is going to be put on a ship, and he's going to be exiled to an island. Like, he's not even allowed to be on the mainland anymore. He's going to be shipped out.
Does it say how soon?
It says probably within a week.
I need to tell the team about this one. See if maybe we've got some strings we can pull, some favors.
All right. While Lachlan is reading that newspaper, we'll pan to Molfin. Molfin, please describe what Molfin is doing.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh my god!
Can I to say,
So he's got 6 bodies.
MG, that was so good.
Well,
Like,
Molfin is now turning around and going home because following that.
I know, right? What the fuck?
It's like, I just saw some person with like one gimp arm walk out, and all of a sudden they broke out on this piano and play. And I've got a little electronic keyboard with like 6 keys. It's like, yeah, I'm going home.
Why am I here?
Molfin is literally just looking for spell components. He is going through and hitting every jewelry store or every gemstone seller he can find within the city looking for diamonds.
Okay.
They don't have to be big diamonds. I just need a large quantity of them.
How are you going about them? Are you doing what you originally said, and are you trying to steal them, or are you being legit about it and purchasing them?
Well, my initial thought is to be legit, to case the joint as my great-great-grandson would do.
Oh no.
No, I'm not just going to run in there, with guns blaring, but, realistically, Callista has the bag of holding, which has all the money in it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have 1,000 platinum on me.
Well, I guess if you want more, come have a conversation.
I'm going to find out if anyone can sell it first. I had a short rest. I got some spells. I got a spell slots back.
All right, we'll see how this goes. I love that you're choosing this over conversation with Callista.
Molfin, it is water.
Well, in all fairness, Callista, Molfin was already gone by the time Callista had said that. So it's like, oh, I'm not coming back right now. I'm in the middle of something.
There are several jewelry stores in Waterdeep.
So looking for, I guess I'll call it the wholesaler. Someone who sells a whole bunch of it, doesn't necessarily have to have the highest quality.
Okay.
Wholesale day.
Wholesale. Yeah, wholesaler.
Like I don't need someone
Cut
who
out the
sells like
middleman.
$4,000 and $5,000 or $1,000 diamonds.
Straight to the
I
mine.
need someone who sells like 1,500 50 gold diamonds or something like that.
Okay.
Quantity, not quality.
You do find a place. They're not gonna have that kind of quantity in stock.
Yeah.
Especially at most of these jewelry stores. But you probably find a place that would probably have 30 on the upper ends of 35 50 gold piece diamonds that you could purchase.
Getting there. Oh, okay.
That's the
And
that's
that I can act.
that's the wholesaler. Now there are other places
Yeah.
that you could go. You're going to pay more for less.
Well, that Molfin will start there and clean them out. Legit sale.
They're like
Because that's not suspicious.
they're like stunned when you
Don't
walk
think
in.
so.
Like, how many do you have? We have 35. I'll take all of them. Huh?
yeah.
Yes, right away, sir. I will get those polished and ready as soon as possible. Margaret, quickly! Client! and they quickly start getting things ready. How many are you looking for in particular, Molfin? You got a target number?
I need 5,000 gold worth.
5,000 gold worth. Okay.
So I have in my possession already, should I choose to use them, $1,200 worth. But those are big boys that Diana likes to use to heal NPCs.
Oh, yeah. Gotcha.
Or Lachlan.
Not anymore.
Yeah, fair enough.
Now I use them to revive us.
So it's looking to see. Once I've cleaned this up, basically gonna.
You can go to ritzy places.
I'm gonna
Yeah, there's a lot of.
Wait, how much more do you need?
He only needs just over what,
like $3,000.
$3,000 worth.
Oh,
You can
okay.
easily find probably $3,000 worth in the rich quarters of Waterdeep, if you
I'm just
can deal with the snootiness of the nobles in the area.
Really, are you not going to work for me now? Or you're going to roll like 87,000 times? Let me see. I don't know if Roll20 is acting up or D&D Beyond is.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's not
D&D
responding.
biatch, because it's acting like
Yeah,
a...
so- oh, there it goes. Okay.
Something's rolling through. There we go.
Yeah, no, I had to do it through Roll20. Been updating everything on D&D Beyond. I'll try reloading that in a minute. Molfin is actually going to... Let me double check and make sure I have available spell slot for it.
Are you currently, like, disguised at all, Molfin, or are you just walking through the
I
streets?
don't have the spell slot
just
for it.
as you are?
I'm just me.
Okay. Just checking.
It's,
Wait,
It's a Halloween
Wait.
costume.
Seeming is still up, isn't it?
oh, that's right. That
You look
No,
like
no.
you guys all look like gnolls.
Oh my god, no!
no.
Bowls of mimosas and brunch.
Hey, I do have spell slots left. Can I cast the spell magic on me and Diana?
We're gonna retcon and say that Callista did that when you guys got back, or else that makes the whole
Oh my
first
God.
40 minutes of this
Let me just
episode
take a-
not make any sense.
Oh my god! We went to mimosas with Knowles.
That kid,
Oh.
Honestly,
that,
I kind
that
of don't
kid-
mind us not realizing.
that kid with the newspaper,
funny.
when Lachlan walked up to him, probably just threw the newspapers in the air and took off.
Okay, yeah.
Callista won't even have to use it. We'll assume that Molfin had the foresight to use an action to dismiss the spell.
Okay, good.
which
Okay,
didn't
okay,
allow
okay.
for.
Because I was gonna say that's gonna be a lot of spell slots if I have to dispel everybody's.
Yeah. I was looking through and like, wait, wasn't there something about it?
I have the means to do it.
Ah, demons are infesting the city! Run!
That's
We're just going on a mimosa date. What the fuck?
Monster!
Oh, you'll be joining your friend.
Yeah.
So yeah, Molfin rolled pretty good in his intelligence checks. As he is walking out of the wholesaler, is going to... Oh, wait, I didn't even... We got so caught on seeming, I forgot to check and see if I had something prepared. No, I do not. Bloody hell. Yeah, so Molfin's just going to start heading over and start looking for one of the ritzier jewelry stores.
Okay. All right. While you're doing that, Diana, Callista, you are enjoying a wonderful meal, one of the local establishments here at Waterdeep. Anything in particular you guys would want to do otherwise, or just kind of enjoying your time together, or?
I think taking a breather, honestly, especially after Callista realized what was going on mentally with the magic.
Mm-hmm.
So I think she's just taking a breather at this point, and just honestly still really worried about Molfin and Lachlan just piecing in after we like almost died.
Diana just enjoying
Diana
the
is
meal and.
here to distract.
Gotcha.
Here to distract Callista. That's Diana's function at the moment. But see, yeah.
Very
Hey,
nice.
Callista, want to take a bubble bath after this?
Oh my god!
That's-
Let's go.
Do you say this in public while we're having mimosas at brunch?
No one can hear me.
Somebody looks over their shoulder at the table next to you. And they turn back around.
I
Meat
look
red,
back
so
at
she's like a purple
them.
Callista's
I look back at them. I'm like, mind your business.
They just kind of like wave at you and then go back to eating.
Thaumaturgy them.
That's so
Do
good.
you do you think Lachlan's okay?
I think that Lachlan almost died and is probably
Yeah.
going and either distracting himself or hopefully processing in a healthy way, though I doubt it. But what we players know is that he did, and I'm very proud of him. I think that he'll be okay. I think that when he comes back to the when everyone's back together, we should have maybe a group little therapy session, talk about our feelings and everything. But I think everyone's just doing what they have to do handle what we just went through.
How are you handling what we just went through?
With mimosas
Cheers to
and
that.
bubble baths.
You did good though today.
So did you.
That's the first time that you've done that for us.
I know.
You've never had to.
I know. Well, I tried to, but didn't work. So. It was the first time I successfully brought one of you back.
That wasn't your fault, and we're
I
going to
know.
deal with that.
That's true. I was so
Thankfully, she
scared.
didn't block us this time. I was surprised she didn't block you, honestly.
Maybe she just doesn't have her eyes set on Lachlan. Was it the Raven Queen that did that to?
No, that's been my biggest fear this entire time, that if any of us go down in the future, it's going to be the same situation. We won't even have a chance to try.
That's what I was terrified of with Molten. Molten wouldn't have come back. I was so scared for him because I knew, like, if it happened,
Yeah, that would have been...
that was it. And you, Callista. And you.
Yeah, that would have been messy too.
Seeing you hundreds of feet away and with that giant demon thing attacking you, that was the scariest thing that I've ever seen. Like, when Lachlan went down, I knew what to do. But if I had lost you, I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I would have gotten to you sooner, but that bubbling bullshit from the portal really messed with my mind, and I really just wanted to push his buttons.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
You don't have that anymore, though, because of restorative powers.
That's another thing I'm worried about. I don't know if Lachlan or Muffin has it. And Ashlyn, she hasn't come down from her tower. I can't even ask her.
Did Lachlan fall into the bubbles as well?
He was thrown at me.
Oh, damn. Well, it's all right. I can lift this. I can lift the curses on everybody. I just need them all together and them to let me touch them. Just boop. But I'm glad that we're all okay. I'm glad that we're all still here.
And I do think that is a good idea to check in with everybody, because this is the first time where this has happened to us outside of Anna. Anna was different.
We're mortal. That's crazy. Yeah. I'm going to order another mimosa.
While they're
and use extra bubbles.
Getting drunk in the day.
They're getting day drunk over brunch.
And that books to me.
I still have restoration spells that I can easily fix this if it needs to be.
Okay.
It's like those IVs you can get in Vegas.
Yeah, exactly. Just a quick IV. We're good.
You know, the more I'm thinking about this as a dungeon master, like, I hate it for you, MG, but it was actually a good thing that your character was the one that died, because
it was
because now that we're talking about it, I'm like, oh yeah, that's right.
I'm the only one that didn't have like the death curse.
Oh yeah, that's fantastic. So Lachlan, you make your way to the tavern. Not going in.
Going in though.
Not going in. Just peeking kind of through the outer windows and things like that.
Just want to kind of
trying to check on the boys.
Yeah, I just want to kind of soak it in for a moment, like the good old, the simple life, nothing to be worried about. Just
you look in.
Getting exiled.
You look in. You obviously know where one of them is. He's in jail.
Pour one in the streets for him.
You're looking inside. You don't notice either of your other two companions in the tavern.
Probably on their way to jail. Okay.
No.
Oh, my friends. All right, then I'm gonna continue on.
Okay. Where are you headed to next?
One last stop.
Okay.
I want to head home.
Head home. Okay.
Yeah.
You make your way down the familiar alley to see the beautiful wooden sculpture work of your father.
Mm.
Naked busts of all
Yeah.
different kinds. Furniture, very nicely carved and decorated, embellished.
Good.
The stairs that lead you up to the front porch, you can see that familiar sign that hangs that says, "I saw design."
I saw design. Yeah. I kind of want to, test out my spider gloves and try to break into my bedroom.
Okay.
Like climb up to the second floor and.
Oh, perfect. Easily. Yeah, with those spider
Yeah.
gloves, you just crawl back up there.
Yeah.
You get to the window, you nestle it open, and seems to be like your room is left untouched. Your bed is made.
Cool. I'm just gonna basically lay face down on my bed and crash.
Okay.
No.
So you crash. The gentle breeze of the wind blowing the long curtains as the window just lies open there in the front of your house. You drift off. Molfin. You have a massive sum of diamonds. Did you attempt to steal any, or did you pay for them all?
The 1750 I purchased legitimate.
Legitimate. I'm talking about you've got your 5,000. The question is,
Oh,
so I'm kind of fast forwarding in time to Molfin kind of carrying all these diamonds down the street and kind of throwing them into bags and pockets and stuff so the people don't start robbing him.
okay.
He jump.
So, how large? How big was this bag that I purchased?
35, 50 gold piece diamonds.
I mean, I'm not thinking it's too huge, right?
Probably the size of my dice bag, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Probably more full than this. I'm gonna say, they're about the size of a D20 or something like that, maybe.
Okay.
Probably less than that.
So, yeah, those Molfin will just basically leaving that and purchase legitimate inside the store, hide it in one of his inside pockets in his robes.
Okay.
The other ones those would be thefted.
Okay. Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check for me. We're just gonna.
How many people are in the store?
If it's a noble establishment that you're going into, there's probably at least 5 or 6 other people shopping around. So I will give you advantage on the roll.
Oh, okay. I was thinking a different way, but I'll take the advantage and go for it.
If you'd like to do it a different way, you can.
Oh, well, let me just check and see here.
Oh no.
Basically, I'm trying to think of a clever story way to do this without doing every store role played out,
Yeah. No, I understand.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So, you said 5. How many shop workers?
2.
Okay.
Appears they're both helping other customers.
Yeah, what the hell? I'll go for...
One of them's doing that old spiel from the jewelry store. Oh, your lady deserves better than this. I'm gonna walk you over to this glass casing, right in front of the girl. So they have.
Every kiss begins with
Oh.
Exactly. it's like, really, you're gonna do that to me right now? Yes. Can't you see what's going on here?
I'm gonna go for it that way.
Oh, the sleight of hand.
Yeah, because you said there is how many employees?
2 employees. Looks like 5 or 6 other people in the store.
That's odds. Okay, we're gonna let the dice decide. Odds, we're gonna sleight a hand. Even, we're going Molfin style.
And he casts Fireball.
No, it was gonna be because we leveled. It was gonna be a level 7 banishment. But it's odd, so I'm attempting a sleight of hand.
Okay.
Oh no!
Double nines.
Oh no!
As you're making your way kind of around the back of the glass case that you can see several of these diamonds, nice jewelry, beautiful necklace that has inlaid diamonds all through it. They're glistening, cascading these beautiful colors all around you. You can see that somebody left the key in the compartment in the back. You reach up towards the key, turn it. It makes a loud clicking noise as it reaches its point. And you go, and you look up, see if the people notice. Doesn't appear that they noticed. So you begin to start to slide the door slowly open. And you hear from behind you, "Excuse me, sir. Would you like some assistance?"
And
Disintegrate.
at that point, Molfin targets him, the other person in the shop, and two of the random people.
Oh,
And
God.
casts banishment at 7th level.
God! Here we
He's
go.
gonna see Riser.
It's Dragon Heist. It's Waterdeep Dragon Heist. Diamond Heist.
There's gonna be newspapers about Molfin now.
So this guy was apparently another employee that must have been in the back that you didn't notice at first.
Okay, then we'll hit the 3 employees and 1 random person.
And 1 random person. Okay.
Yeah.
The guy that's like upset that he's in front of his girl or whatever, and this guy's trying to upsell him. I'm not even gonna make the check because these are all like commoners. And a 7th level spell, I don't think they can even resist that for what you... I don't even think they can come near that. So just as you begin casting the spell, waving your hand, 4 people just vanish.
And Molfin is going to scream.
And as you scream,
no,
the woman that was there with her man is like, and she starts screaming as jewelry just crashes to the floor, like where he was holding it.
And Molfin is going to grab the necklace, run out. Guards! Guards! People are missing! People are vanishing in the store!
Okay. As you're rushing out of the store with these...
Shove this.
You're shoving this massive diamond necklace into your...
Oh, gnomes is the correct term out there.
Yeah.
Oh,
A group of guards come rushing down. Oh, there's some kind of disturbance. And they start rushing down, and you see people like stopping, whispering in groups as... You can hear screams and cries coming from the inside of the shop as you can watch from, you start to blend in with this large crowd, trying to tuck in. Make a stealth check for me as you're doing this.
As we're going into the crowd, Molfin is going to pick. Are there any like halflings, dwarves, any shorter raced people around?
A couple halflings, yeah.
Molfin's going to just start walking by. And burning my last spell slot.
Okay.
Cast Seeming again.
Okay.
And become that halfling. And just start walking away.
It's like T-1000 in Terminator. Like he goes like walking by, and the halfling's just like,
what?
As you just walk right by.
He's a better rogue than the rogue.
Honestly.
And as you continue down the street, you hear the commotion just disappear and vanish behind you. As you
And
get
straight to the house.
Straight to the house. You got it.
Get the hell out of Waterdeep.
Oh, gnomes.
Wow.
But they'd probably have a heart attack when I get to the house and nobody's there.
That is amazing. Amazing. You guys are on a roll tonight. Wow. Touche. Okay. Okay, so Molfin's headed back to the house. Lachlan was asleep at his house. Diane and Callista, after you're done with your meal and having a few mimosas, what would you do upon... Would you close this place out? Would you stay there till like 2 in the morning, or you guys?
No, because she is still worried about the gnomes.
Okay.
Yeah, she'd probably head back for now.
Head back. Okay.
We could do shopping and selling stuff later.
Bubble bath.
Molfin's going straight downstairs to just sort of play with his new,
His new
his
toys.
new acquisitions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wolfen heads downstairs. Lachlan, are you sleeping the whole time at your house?
Yeah, I'm gonna take a real long
Really?
crash here.
Okay. Are you guys okay with me saying, like, we'll go ahead and assume that you guys got home, took your baths, and played with your diamonds for a little while, and that didn't sound right.
I'm
coming out of my
assuming
mouth.
Is that a euphemism?
Why did that sound more naughty than taking a bath?
I know. How did I make that sound awful? I don't. It's strange. You know. It's
here's
like
the question,
it went
would-
from
would
taking a
Calista be
bath,
coming
which was supposed to be
downstairs?
naughty, and then we got to
To
playing with our
play with your
diamonds.
diamonds in the Oh,
Would Callista be looking for Molfin when she came back to the house?
yeah, honestly. She'd be looking for both of you.
Yeah. Callista, probably when you arrived. Hey, thank you so much for the subscription. Oh, Sarah B gifted a tier 1 sub to Lieutenant Murphy 83. Is it Lieutenant Murphy?
Yeah.
Is that how you say it?
I would assume it's
LT
an LP.
Murphy.
Sure.
I would call it Lieutenant Murphy. Let me know.
Yeah.
Let me know, LT, if I'm saying that right or incorrectly, because I am known to butcher people's Twitch.
Yep.
We've got a
Yes.
yes.
All right, I got it right.
Yeah.
Good. Welcome,
Excellent.
welcome to the family. Okay. So yeah, you would hear Molfin downstairs. Yeah, you hear some kind of rattling going on. Behind his closed door of the cellar.
One bat, two bats.
Yeah, I'd go down and see him. See what he's up to.
I will accompany.
Probably got one of his daggers out trying to pry the diamonds out of the necklace.
Oh,
What? How?
where did you get that?
I went to Waterdeep. I needed spell supplies.
Okay, that's what you meant. What do you need this one for?
I need diamonds for one of the. One of the new spells I've learned and copying into my spell book.
And that's a lot of diamonds for a spell.
Oh yes, but it's a very worthwhile one.
How many diamonds do you need for this spell?
About 5,000 golds worth, approximately.
Oh, I thought you were about to say 5,000 diamonds, but 5,000 gold? That's a lot.
Wolfa just sort of gestures out at the small workspace and these small diamonds, big diamonds in a necklace. I managed to
Are you
obtain
going
them all.
to share with us your project, what the end goal is, or is this another surprise?
No, well, this is only the starting place. First I have to get these out of the necklace, then I have to turn them into powder,
Oh,
and then we can start the cloning process.
Is this another
Another one?
simulacrum?
Well, similar, but much better. Thanks to our friend, and Molfin gestures over to the massive giant-sized spellbook that takes up like 3/4 of the floor. Thanks to the
Oh boy.
Countess. Remember all those lovely birds we fought at her home?
right, yeah.
Well, she found a way to clone the same person multiple times. Unfortunately, it requires a rather large quantity of diamond dust.
Why not just directly buy the diamond dust?
It's probably harder to
It was
buy.
rather a large amount. The first place I went to could only sell me approximately 1,700 gold worth of diamonds.
So you still need more?
No, I have the proper amount now.
Okay.
Granted, I should probably stay out of the wealthier district of Waterdeep for a short while, but...
Okay, so this is gonna
Oh,
take you.
and
This is a
Molfin looks-
project.
And Molfin looks like a halfling.
All right.
Do we just automatically know, like, if there's like a person in our house that doesn't look normal, we're just like, that's probably Molfin and seeming.
Yeah. Why is there a halfling in Molfin's room?
Molfin walks by every day with a new
Stop
bait.
asking those type of questions.
Okay, Callista.
So this is going to take you a while, is what you're telling me.
Yes, it's not something I will be casting this evening.
Okay.
Then we have to find out who we are going to make multiple copies of. Then we have to sequester them in a way that they remain stationary and safe while we copy them.
You wouldn't just copy yourself?
Well, I don't see what possible trouble having multiple minions of myself could cause.
Okay. As a unrelated question, have you been feeling increasingly perhaps evil or violent lately as a result of any black goo that you may have stepped in on accident?
I was mentally affected after I had fallen into that portal waste. And I definitely saw you get thrown in, so I was curious if you were also affected.
I don't believe so. I mean, what did my behavior change during the afterwards?
Well, I was kind of agreeing with you. You made me second guess myself when you said you wanted to go back and kill them. So yeah, a little bit.
Well, oh, I'm sorry. So wait,
It felt like the
you
same
were
thing as
affected. So you were affected.
I
and
was
agreed with
definitely
me.
while
So
I
you
was
think
affected.
I was affected.
Yes. Because we were
Couldn't it
voicing
just
the
be I was
same
right?
feeling.
Could it
At
what?
the time, I thought you were right. I don't think you were right now. At the time, yes, I agreed with you, Mo.
Because we cured her.
But the knowledge that
I'm
we
just-
left.
I don't know. It's weird portal, Shadowfell, or whatever the heck it was, feeling. Abyss. And it made me nervous because it affected my judgment, and I never second guess my judgment on the battlefield, and that could be a problem. So I just wanted to check in with everybody to make sure that we were all still on the same playing field, so to speak.
Can I make an Arcana check to see if I think I was affected by anything, Michael?
Sure.
Can I give him advantage because I'm also trying to figure this out?
Wow.
Check him out.
Wow.
Molfin, it's a little bit more difficult for you. Coming from the alignment in which you associate with.
Oh, that's right.
But you do feel there was a change. Something in you is a little bit more primitive, a little bit more
Wow.
Yes,
Wow.
it is kind of asking a fish if it's wet. Yes, that's right. I love it. Yeah, you did feel something change about you. Something primitive, something animalistic in nature seemed to almost consume your mind, pushing you farther towards. Up until this moment, you have always kept. Like, even though you've gone through all these changes, Molfin, you always told yourself that you would be loyal to your team. You wouldn't do anything to harm them whatsoever. But it's almost as like these natural urges are almost pushing you over the line to where you even considered you could have used your spells in a much different manner during that encounter if you wanted to. But it would have cost your team greatly. But you were able to keep your wits about yourself and not let it get too out of control.
And Callista and I probably can see, even in just Molfin's eyes, the sort of back and forth a little bit.
Mm-hmm. And Callista, you're almost seeing like a realization. You can't see his
Yeah,
entire
it's a shitty
face.
feeling. I don't like
but
it. Yeah.
from the expression in his eyes.
It is sort of. Yeah, I should probably get checked out. I do find the concept of Ashland pummeling Lachlan a little more amusing than usual.
If you want to, it would do no harm for me to cast lesser restoration on you. It fixed Callista, and if there's nothing wrong with you, and this is simply just a mood of the moment, then it won't make any difference.
I also
So
have
if I want to see my
restoration.
niece beat my great-great-grandson to a pulp, it's potentially nothing wrong with me. Good to know.
Hashtag Muffin mood.
If you don't mind, Wolfen, I'll just boop, if that's okay. All right.
All right.
I boop him
So
if it's
you-
okay with him.
So Diana begins to pray to Elmater to take away any sort of lingering effects from the recent encounter. And you can remove that flaw from your character sheet, Mofin, as it seems to be rest-free from your mind and from your spirit.
I put my hand on Wolfen and I'm like, Ilmater, just God, do what you can.
Gods, please.
And in the same notion of you doing that, Diana, you get the same notion back from Ilmater as you're doing this. That, oh, please, dear, I can only do so much.
Too brutal. Okay, and actually, quick question for you, Michael, only because to sort of jump back a little bit. None of those merchants or anything from the diamond store they weren't like Genasi or anybody who wasn't from the prime material plane, right?
The one guy that snuck up behind you was an elf, but the other two appeared to be human.
But they're all native to the material plane, right?
From what you could tell, yes.
Okay, because Molfin left there and would not have stopped concentrating on banishment, so if they weren't native, they're gone.
Okay.
Because at that point, hey, who cares?
Deporting Genasi. Oh gosh.
Wow.
Didn't think of that when I did that. I was like, oh, yeah, well, it's... Oh,
Hey, you
Given that flaw,
didn't
Molfin's gonna
have
keep
time to
concentrating
think
on
about it. You just did it, and that's what made it great.
Like, oh, I feel like I have a little extra kick at my spell today.
How do you feel now, though?
About the same. It's perhaps seeing Lachlan quite so bloodied isn't quite as amusing, given he nearly died. But
Yeah, that's probably not appropriate right now.
speaking of which, where is he? Wasn't he with you?
No, he disappeared and he didn't respond when I was asking through telepathic bond, so
Bloody
I'm
hell!
assuming he might have went home. That's where he usually goes, but I
Oh,
don't know.
That's true, but
He's been through a lot, so I'm a little worried. I don't know if we should go look for him or just let him be for the day. Diana
we can give him
mentioned
the
that we-
evening and
Yeah. Oh,
In the morning,
Diana's
we've
mentioning
said
we
that
should
her-
check in with each other maybe tomorrow. I'll kind of just check in. That specifically, I wanted to ask all of you. We're good now.
I don't remember him.
I don't think he did either, but you never
Traipsing
know.
through
There's
it.
a lot going on. There was a time where I couldn't see through the fire, so I couldn't be sure.
No, I don't recall. Just remember seeing him go
It just makes
fall
me
into
nervous.
that thing, and
Clouds our judgment, and now is not the time for us to have clouded judgment.
I know I was. No, I can't remember. To be honest, it feels like half a month ago, but it was only mere hours. But I wanted to say, Diana, thank you. It's
No problem.
the idea of losing him. It's dealing with one already. It's just
things would have gone.
It makes me even more, well, it makes me somewhat grateful for that red-horned fool in this deal. Had I not made that deal, he would have been gone.
Oh God. I pull Wolfen into a hug.
Wolfen very sort of like, almost like half-heartedly with the arm that's got his own hand, his right arm, and just sort of like half-hug Diana back a little bit.
Diana squeezes him very tightly. And it's just, when I let him go, I look at Wolfen and I'm like, I just did what I could, and I'm glad that we didn't lose either of you.
Yes, we need a better plan for next time.
Yeah.
It'll be the next time.
I think we underestimated what we were up against. At least I did.
I'm not quite sure we underestimated. I think we were well aware of what we were going to do. I think we just overextended ourselves.
So we overestimated ourselves.
No, I mean overextended ourselves and ripped our heroes out here.
True.
It's, as you know, Lachlan is most effective when he has us around backing him up.
Yeah.
Ashlyn is most effective when she has people around her. Yeah. If you put Callista and Ashlyn, on either side of someone with Lachlan at range, there aren't many that can withstand the three of them. Never mind when you and I throw in with what we can.
Oh, that's very true.
But in this one, we had Callista up, swinging from stealing an item that is now safely nestled away in my pocket dimension.
Thankfully.
Which, good. We should really find someone to try to research these.
Yeah. I agree.
It would be very useful to charge it up and give ourselves a little bit of a boost for next time.
That's a little dangerous. And I don't know if that's natural.
Yeah, I'm unsure about a lot of the things that we acquire during our adventures.
But they all seem to come to me.
They do all go to you. Very concerning.
Why is that?
Apart from the only one with the stomach to use them.
Fair point.
No, but the research is a very fair point before we attempt to use it, if at all.
But one thing is certain, we cannot return it to that woman in the Ardeep.
All right.
God, what was her name? Oh, the elven lady.
Yes, the rude one whose friend made me drop my image.
No.
Lady Celestial.
Lady Celestial. I was going to say it's something celestial.
Lady Nine Hills.
Yeah, no, I mean,
freak.
From personal experience, I don't think that they're evil people. I don't think that they would use it for anything malicious, but...
No, but they seem the sort who would use it to create a shield around themselves.
At the expense of everything around them.
Well, or at the expense of everything within. Sure. We don't know how this drains.
Right.
It could drain from the shield walls out, in which case they'll destroy Nightstone, Gavin, and everyone else there. Although that woman with the Asmodeus house, I wouldn't mind that. But anyway. Or it may drain from within the shield, in which case, yes, everyone will be protected, but then they'll all be dead.
At what cost, yeah.
So.
Yeah.
It's definitely safest with us.
Yeah. Do you think that there's any governments that would be like, hey, they shouldn't be able to do all of that stuff that they do? Do you think that at any point that might happen? Sometimes, that is the Lord's Alliance.
Gee, I wonder.
Yeah, I wonder what that's like.
Sorry, Wolfen, I forgot that problem, that you already have had that problem for a minute
Wolfen lives that problem every day.
Wolfen lives that problem. It's just, it's like Marvel Civil War, when does the government say, hey, you guys can't just, go gallivanting around and acquiring weapons of mass destruction for your own personal use.
Which is why I warned Crowan away. We'll see how smart he is.
Away.
Oh.
And you're sure it's safe in with the flask?
Can I make an Arcana check? Do I believe it's safe?
Please. I hate this so much. Close to hear all of this.
Yes.
It's so unnatural. I don't like it.
Callista the Druid is like, this is icky.
Open that thing up and Beetlejuice is
I
gonna
am rolling
like,
like crap tonight.
Molfin.
I have yet to roll above double digits.
Molfin, from what you know about your magic, it is safe. But the problem is you don't understand this thing to its full extent. So there is a little nugget in the back of your brain. A little nugget of doubt. A small nugget, but a nugget nonetheless.
That nugget's name is Callista.
Yeah.
That nugget has a face, and it's the face of Callista, constantly speaking to you. Molfin, stop that. Don't do that. Why are you thinking that?
But where's the little nugget? I'm picturing a chibi Callista.
That's it.
This little tiny little like cutie.
Conscience Chibi Callista.
Well, just sort of going, and again, having that thought process in his head and then seeing that image is just going to sort of laugh to himself for a moment, then look up. Again, I haven't done much research on it. I know that the pocket dimension within the astral plane that I put my chest in is safe from other people accessing it.
Right.
As long as I pull it out once every 60 days, empty the chest, and then recast the spell.
Right.
In order to sort of refresh it. If I leave it over that, there's a small chance it'll just explode in the astral plane and eject things everywhere.
Okay. But that with the flask and that magic that you're doing and mithril, that is a siphon in the same plane of like pocket, doesn't make you nervous.
Does it make me nervous? No. Does it make the small mental projection of you in my brain nervous? Absolutely.
So accurate. It's so accurate it hurts. Oh, jeez.
There is a part of me that worries occasionally because I have not yet had a chance to research this magical siphon, but at the same point, I know the flask is able to hold a primordial titan.
Right.
I'm not overly concerned with this basically dead battery interacting with that.
Okay.
Now, if I could find a way to open the flask and use the primordial titan's energy to charge said battery, but that requires much research.
Often you're making me more.
By the by, at some point, can we please fly over Mithril Hall so I can get rid of the dead body out of the chest?
Sure.
There's a dead body
Who's
in
he
the
got in his
chest?
chest?
Yes,
We do have to pick up the griffin tomorrow
Headless.
anyway.
small
Yeah,
person that I
That he's
Put
trying
the,
to.
pass off as myself, potentially.
Mm.
You haven't dropped that in the middle of town yet?
Not
Well,
yet. We've
no,
been
if
kind
I
of
walk into the middle of town and drop it there, that they might notice.
Wait, did Diana know that you had gone and collected a body?
I don't think that she.
I know
Oh,
Callista knows.
is
I don't
she
know if
just-
Diana knows.
Did
I don't think any of us knew.
Did Mulvin shout himself in front of Diana?
I think he totally
might have.
did.
He's gonna hide his
What body?
dead hookers in the trunk. Like,
Headless?
No, not
What?
headless. It's Diana, do you have the ability to see magical auras?
I don't know.
Do,
don't
do you
think
have?
so.
Does your okay?
Like detect
this
magic?
is exactly
I do not have that spell.
when Callista or anyone else casts it now.
Right.
My hand and my face, this shroud, no longer light up. They can no longer be detected as magical.
Okay, that's convenient for you.
the body in the chest has a replica of the shroud that I created, which is read under that same ability to display an item's magical
As
aura.
magical.
Back to the
shroud.
body in the where?
Oh,
Where did you get a body?
Well, let's just say me and some aid obtained one from a place where bodies are kept. It was not being used anymore. It was previously vacated.
I should have laid some more.
You're a grave robber. Oh my god. Was it
I
taken
love
from?
Diana's having a mental breakdown on how she's going to talk to Elmater about this one.
Michael, I can't remember. Did we steal from a grave or did we steal from a temple?
I think you tried to steal from a temple, but you made a
And they
bad
wouldn't.
roll.
Okay.
And then you went and you just dug somebody up who's recently
Okay,
buried.
I couldn't remember which order it had happened.
Yeah,
It's been a while.
I think I'll have to go back. I didn't have that part of my notes, so
We can say grave robbery. That's
for some reason I remember you
Yeah.
walked into a temple, and I don't think
But
they allowed you to leave. with a
remember
body.
says morgue.
Yeah, I remember going into the Temple of Ilmater, specifically at Daggerford, and got kicked out.
Yeah.
But I didn't know.
Yeah, you
we
got
just sort of said after the fact that we ended up getting a body, so I wasn't
Yeah,
sure where
it was
went from
odd.
there.
Yeah, wasn't it like just an off thing? Like we didn't roleplay it out. You just said that you did it.
Yeah, we didn't.
Yeah, we just sort of said, yeah, we took care of it. So
Yeah.
What the hell, Molfin?
if
Why?
I'm dead, then they won't come looking for me.
Oh my god. You stole a dead body. You stole somebody's cousin, somebody's son, somebody's freaking, I don't know, grandfather.
So let me put you in a different way. Would it have been better if I had murdered them?
Why do you need a body at all?
Well, my thought was, if I drop a body wearing something that reads as this shroud, I'm dead. The hand is missing, so they don't know. That could be anywhere. Just part of that arm is missing. Somebody stole the hand. They knew what it was. Who cares?
Okay.
They find the shroud, and they assume that Molfin is dead.
Sarah.
A question, Molfin. Can't you take off the shroud once you die? Isn't that how you acquired the shroud anyways? Like if it attaches to every single person like a symbiote, and like, but yet you found it and didn't have somebody's face in the inside of it. Doesn't it come off when
Or
you
did
die?
it?
Or did it?
It can be removed when the person dies.
So what if they try to remove it and see that that's not you?
Don't ask questions you don't want to answer.
Yeah, Cliff has been behind him this entire time, just like.
Why wouldn't you just
I'll never
make
know
a
who it is.
simulacrum and then kill the simulacrum?
Because that will turn into a puddle of ice.
Oh, dang it.
Maybe he was ice
Wizards.
all along.
Wizards and their spells. Oh, just God. You know, I've learned to not involve myself in the things that you do, Molfin, but please let it be known that I disapprove greatly of this. Just put it in a note somewhere. Diana said, not good.
Molfin, you have
Take a bubble bath.
you have another chibi nugget floating in your mind, and it's Diana going.
Oh, what the hell's the image of Lachlan with a crossbow?
Damn.
I'm going to have that image in the back of my brain every time I go to do something.
As you should. And with that, Diana's just gonna leave the room and do some breathing exercises and just go make myself a bubble bath.
I was starting to wonder
Oh,
if
wink at
maybe,
Callista,
if
like, you can
possibly,
join.
yeah, I was wondering maybe Molfin killed the bubble bath mood.
It's no longer that type of bubble bath now. It is.
Yeah, it's no longer that type of bubble bath. It's a different
with a
bubble bath.
handle of vodka, just power drinking.
Yeah.
Let it be known that I did not tell her.
In this whole new world of forthcoming and honesty, it just sort of slipped my mind that that was one of the last dark secrets from the old days.
I know.
You know, like a month ago.
I know why you did it, but I also know why it doesn't sit well with her. I get both. I don't like it either, but I know it is necessary for what we are dealing with. The Lord's Alliance are last on our list, honestly. They need to get in line, and if this is going to delay them in the line, I'm fine with it, so to speak.
That's just wherever we are. Where are we going next, anyway?
I have to
then
pick up the
again, we have
Griffins
to go
tomorrow.
Yeah, we have to go back to Ardeep.
Probably have to go back to Ardeep.
Well, yeah, because that's right. The Griffins at the monastery, so perhaps we can send you and Diana to the monastery to collect the Griffins.
Mm.
Uh,
I don't want to do
No.
anything until we talk to Lachlan, and
that's
maybe
and
after.
I really is. So I'm gonna say Lachlan, Ashlyn, and I could go deal with Celestia, but I rather think Diana would be upset if we went back to her home and didn't bring her along.
Yeah.
I'm just worried that this woman is going to push for this object and she will not have it.
She doesn't need to know that we have it.
Do you really think Diana's not going to tell her?
I can talk to her.
I will.
There's your
I
answer.
You know how I told you you have this image of yours
Has
in.
been, I would also note she's not a fan of that woman. These people were not nice to her when she lived here. It took
It's
a lot of
one thing
convincing
to
get her
not be
walk
a
into
fan of
this.
them. It's another to conscientiously withhold information when that person believes it would save the place you still call home.
But we now know that's not true. That thing that we stole, it's not natural.
That's,
And I don't think Diana's dumb enough to think that that would save her forest. She knows better.
Well, and I do not believe she is dumb, but I do think she is, at times, incredibly naive.
Yes. We're working on that.
Better you than me.
Mhm.
I just worry that should this conversation come between them, that she would say that we had obtained said object. But I trust you to speak with her.
I'll talk to her. Figure something out. She doesn't necessarily have to be in the room. She can hang out with her mom or
That's-
something.
Whatever makes it easier for her than for
I'll
us.
talk to her. Keep
I
an
have
eye out for
some-
Lachlan. If he gets in early morning, come get me.
I think I have something that can aid with that. Just need to take a little time.
Okay. I'm gonna go check on Diana now.
All of a sudden, Molfin just conjures a new Lachlan.
This is Lachlan now. I'm the Lachlan now.
I mean, I could always just pull the body out and reanimate it. I have the ability, but
Well, I think that is a great place as Callista begins to walk back up from the cellar for us to take our break for the evening, as you guys have all kind of separated and started to cool down for the evening, or heat up for some of us. Lachlan, would you try to get out of the house before anyone noticed that you were there, or would you just be
Yep.
completely passed out? Okay.
Yep, trying to sneak out. I just,
Okay. Just feeling that familiar comfort of your own bed. Once again. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So as the landscape is bathed in the orange glow of the morning sunrise, Lachlan, you wake up. You never even got under the covers.
Right.
But you wake up. You feel refreshed, rejuvenated.
I'm alive.
You're alive. And there's about 10 newspapers laying on the floor of your bedroom that you purchased yesterday.
That crazy maniac. Well, I will gather up my newspapers.
Okay.
I'm gonna prestidigitation my bed back into place.
Yeah,
You know, where
all
whatever
the
wrinkles are there.
Yeah,
And then I'm out.
All right. Climbing back down. As your feet hit the ground, you begin to walk away. Lachlan? Is that you, son?
Oh, hey, yeah. Oh, fancy seeing you here. Oh, what are you? Oh.
Your dad's kind of on the front porch on a wooden porch swing that he had carved by hand. He just kind of looks like he has like a glass of tea or something, like a morning tea, and he's just missing. How did you get? You were sleeping in your room?
Maybe something like that, yeah.
Would you like some breakfast before you go?
I think my you know those friends that I think you met some of them. I think you did. Did he?
I can't, as a dungeon master, I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I know Molfin was there with you. I don't know who else was though.
Gramps maybe a little worried about me. Pops, I kind of disappeared on him.
Well, do you have a moment to sit with me, at least?
Sure. Yeah, why not? Yeah.
Oh, sit here next to me, son. And he slides over a little bit.
Right. Nice new carvings, by the way.
Oh, well, thank you.
Very proportionate.
You know, I've been really, really working on that, and I think I'm getting better. I really do.
I see you paid a lot of attention to the detail. Great.
So I've got a few new commissions that I can't wait for you to see. Your mother, she just doesn't get it sometimes, but you know, just
the life of an artist sometimes, you know.
It can be difficult. You never know when the next job's gonna come in. You never know from who. You never know for how much. I mean, it's just. He takes a sip of his tea. So what have you been up to?
Oh, you know, just adventuring a bit. You know, we've been helping people, doing good deeds, heroic deeds.
Heroic deeds?
Old me, yeah.
You know, Lachlan, I did hear about the dragon. Apparently.
Which one?
Apparently, you're a hero.
They are saying that. Oh, you're probably talking about the blue one. Yeah, that was one of the dragons that we got.
Yeah, and apparently there was this plot, underlying plot of a blue dragon to try to, I don't know, do something to stir up all the giants or something.
The Ordning.
The Ordning, yes. It was in the Waterdeep Gazette. You know, I read about it a little.
Oh, God.
Did they mention me?
Of course. Of course.
Oh, no.
Please tell me you still have a copy of it. I have copies of what happened to Ryzen.
I absolutely do have a copy. I got it. Yeah. Wait here, please. And he rushes out of his seat, goes inside, and he comes back out. He's carrying two things. One is a copy of the Waterdeep Gazette. And second is this massive bundle of letters in sealed envelopes.
Oh no.
That are tied up with twine. Here's the Gazette, and all these were sent for you. These are all addressed to you, Lachlan.
Oh no, we get fan mail.
For me?
For you. Look, I mean, some of them didn't know all of your names, but, you know, it's apparent they were sent to you. You're like a celebrity, Lachlan.
Oh no.
Celebrity?
People.
Wonder if I can use my clout to get Riser out of jail. Oh yeah.
Wait, someone's in jail? What?
Yeah, one of my friends. It's a long. Yeah.
Are you hanging out with people you shouldn't be, Lachlan?
Not at all, Pops. Not at all.
That's what I thought. I didn't.
Hanging out with Gramps. Gramps has been watching over me very cautiously. He's been a great influence. Gramps is definitely not doing anything unusual.
Right. Yeah, I had.
You know him.
Oh,
He's
absolutely. He's simple. He sticks to his books, and he doesn't.
just an academic, stays indoors, just kind of nose in a book. You know, that's Gramps.
How's his wife doing?
That's him. Oh, I suppose she's satisfied.
Suppose she's satisfied.
Wonderful. I mean, that's great news. I'm glad. I am glad that this adventuring has brought you all so close together.
Yeah, it's really quality family time. Very, matters in this world.
So, what have you heard anything from Moby?
I don't think I have.
Still a mystery.
Yeah.
Good kid.
He was. I miss him.
I think we all do. I mean, it's been quite a while. Still, I haven't been able to find him.
Yeah. Well, if I find word of him, because I'm sure he's out there somewhere, probably doing good deeds, giving all his money to poor people. I remember when he did that.
I know the rest of the family would like to know. They'd love to see him back.
Yeah, you and me both.
Well, Lachlan, my boy. I guess you need to be off with your friends. You better hurry off before your mother wakes up,
Yeah, I don't want to.
You don't want to
bother her
I
again.
mean, you know how when she sees you, she kind of gets her hopes up, thinking you're going to stay.
Yeah, and I can't. I've got the world needs me, Pops. The world needs me, as you can see.
I keep telling her, Locke is a grown man now. We cannot keep him under our roof any longer. He
I'm a grown man.
He is a grown man. It's time for him to fly.
Wait, are you kicking me out?
I mean, your room is always open, Lachlan, but it's just, I mean...
You're trying to turn my room into another workshop, are you, Pops?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Of course.
He's like, shit, he's on to me. Yeah.
Lachlan, our door is always open. Our home is your home.
Thank you.
Be careful out there saving the world.
Oh, I will.
He kind of just gives
Make
you
some beautiful things while I'm gone.
I've got a few surprises in the works. I'm pretty sure you'll like it.
Oh, I bet. Someday you should make a bow,
Oh. A bow?
Simmer, let that simmer, yeah.
Do you have any that I could, look at to...
The one that I use, I'll pull out the oath bow. Check this baby out.
Wow, that is excellent craftsmanship, Lachlan! Look at this!
Yeah.
Look at the detail of the carving. This wood, I don't even recognize it. Where did it come from?
Yeah, probably some ancient forest of elves, I imagine.
You've seen an ancient forest of elves?
Well, I think we kind of just saved one. Funny that.
Oh my goodness, son. This is remarkable. Do you have? I know that I wouldn't want to keep this one from you. Do you have another example that I could hold that maybe I could start to fashion something for you?
I'll pull out my original short bow. I think I have an original short bow. No, I don't know if I have one.
The one from episode 1?
Yeah, the old classic, the Lachlan classic.
all the string on it is like frayed at the top and the bottom, and it's just like hanging a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
this one's seen some wear and tear, Lachlan.
Yeah. It's got some kills on it.
Do you mind if I hold it?
Go ahead.
I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can muster up.
No rush. I'll probably be out roaming around a bit. We've got some good deeds to do.
If a Green East is gonna be a hero, then a Green East should wield a Green East's weapon. Ah? Ah. Ugh. Carry on, son, but be safe.
I will, of course. I will definitely stay out of trouble. I never get myself into much risk.
I know, my boy. And he just kind of stands up and just waits on the porch, kind of just like watching you leave as you.
Yep, with my back of the fan mail.
You're back in the fan mail and newspapers, yep. And you make your way back to the ranch, where the rest of the group is awoken from their slumber. Except Ashlyn has not come down from her tower. Lachlan, you just walking right into the front door?
Yeah. Hey guys! I'm famous! Check out this newspaper!
Come downstairs. Wake up, Dad. Tell him to get up.
I also
This
come
is my bed.
downstairs.
Okay.
I dump out my fan mail all over the front room. Look at this!
What? What are
Lachlan the
these?
Legendary. I'm gonna pick one up.
Oh, yeah.
Smell it.
Smells a little bit like a fine perfume.
Oh my
Kick
god!
got a dagger.
You open it up. It's 100% fan mail. Thanking you for your bravery.
My bravery.
How?
And this one in particular has an address at the bottom
Oh no.
from some girl named Cynthia.
Oh! Put it on my breast. I'll be dealing with it later.
Lachlan, Cynthia is probably an old lady.
I don't think that's gonna stop him, honestly.
It wouldn't.
Here comes experience.
Goodness.
Molfin's port.
Are these all addressed to Lachlan the Legendary?
You know, some of them say Lachlan Green East. Some of them do say Lachlan the Legendary. Those are the more scandalous letters that he received. He's also received some where they tried to like write out his whole name, but they forgot some of them, so they just like left some of the letters out of the names.
Lachlan Noodle.
Yeah.
Noodle.
One of them just ends his last name with Green something. Just,
Oh my god.
And this is a newspaper about me, and this is a newspaper where my friend Reiser's getting exiled and sent to jail on an island.
Wait, how did they find out who you are and like your name and your address? Like, how did these people find?
I feel like I just woke up.
Because I'm a hero.
Can I read the newspaper article? Like, genuinely read the newspaper article that was written
Same.
about us and like
Yeah.
what we did?
yeah.
I
And,
want to
like,
know how much information is being pumped out about. Like, are we being doxxed right now?
Yeah.
Like, what's happening?
Are they gonna post our address and we're gonna walk out tomorrow and there's gonna be like 100 like screaming fans?
I'm okay with this.
Some of us are not.
I'm definitely not okay with this. I did not want. Okay, I want to know. Yeah, I'll read with Diana.
I mean, I don't mind being adored,
as
but-
you read the newspaper, it's a very embellished tale. You're not
Okay.
sure who was the person that was interviewed to get this information.
Really?
But even though, like, I'm not going to downplay it. You guys were heroes. You guys did a fantastic thing. But this
Right.
newspaper is like blowing up your
Bombastic.
yeah, it's like out there. And it does list last names.
All of mine?
It lists all your names, Lachlan. It lists all Diana's names. It lists...
What names do they list of mine?
They list your name as of episode 1.
Fuck.
Ashlin's name is in there, and there's a small blurb about how she was exiled from the city, but is now reinstated due to her heroic efforts, and all charges have been dropped against her.
Oh, good.
So there is that blurb in there. It's a very small, fine print blurb in there. As to focus on the main story element, like the media, like what they do.
Ashlyn, can you put in a good word for Riser?
There's not a single mention of Molfin in any of the article, and there is drawn images, like a drawn image of you guys standing on top of the dead corpse of Iamrith.
How do they know what we look like?
It doesn't look like us. Like, is it?
It's terribly
Is it
rendered.
accurate?
I've got like muscles and like a lantern jaw.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
gave all of the girls like
no
big
tears for me. My
behemoths.
glory lives forever.
Yeah, and it definitely doesn't look. It's not realism, of course, but Molfin not in the picture.
How the hell?
Look, Callista, they made me not flat-chested in this.
Why do they have my last name? Why do they have that last name? Who?
My
hell
question
did
Who's
this-
the leak?
Know everything. Yeah, who's the lead? How do they know everything about us?
I'm opening more fan mail as this goes on.
Yeah, you're
I
just
wanna know
your
if I
ego
have
is
fan
just
mail.
inflated as you're going through all this.
Oh,
Um,
no.
Yeah.
I run to my mother's room and I ask her if any letters have come
Your
to
mom
the
is
dumpster fire.
still
Your
in
mom's
the
not here.
room in Ardeep.
Oh yeah!
See her.
We left mom in the Ardeep Forest.
I wouldn't be concerned at all. It's not like she'd think you possibly been murdered by a Knoll god. Because it's been over a day since anyone's spoken with her about us. We've just vanished in the middle of the night,
Now,
went to a faraway monastery, and then vanished the next morning to go fight a demon prince.
also,
You know,
in the article, it does not give your. It says that it's rumored that you guys have established a place near Waterdeep, but there is no physical address for the dumpster fire ranch here.
No, but they have
But
means of finding out based off last names.
based
to
on
find-
last names, how to find certain
How to
addresses and certain people.
Oh
Yes.
no.
And Callista, you seem upset. What are you looking at?
I kind of just gesture at the name Horncrow. She looks pissed and also a little bit pale, but mostly pissed. This is what I told the Lord's Alliance what I did not want. This is exactly what I told them I did not want. Who did this is what I want to find out.
Well, then it seems we're
What's
taking a
wrong
field
with
trip, and
that
Molfin gets up and walks out.
What'd you say as you walk out?
Molfin looks to you, Chris, says, then it seems we need to take a field trip. And gets up and starts walking towards the front door.
Wait, we still have to get the griffins and...
Okay,
What's-
so how about you pick up the griffins, because you can come back to your chair, correct?
Yes,
Or can they wait a couple of hours?
I guess they could wait a few hours, but we should at least send them a message. Diana, do you have that prepared?
If only you guys had a spell for that.
Oh yeah, I can prepare that. I can prepare that for today.
Okay.
I'll send a message to who?
The monastery to let
To
them
the
know that
monastery to Uguay.
Okay.
we'll be
I'll send-
take care of them for a few hours longer. We have
I'll cast a message twice and send one message to the monastery and be like, "Hey y'all, we'll be back soon for the griffins." And then I'll send a message to my mother that's like, "Hi mom, we defeated the big demon thing. It went really well. We went to go get healing and stuff, and I'll see you soon." That's what I sent to my mother.
Okay. You get a message back. Oh, I've been worried sick. That's great.
Sorry, Ma.
I will see you when you return home. Who has the newspaper?
I was reading it last.
Yeah.
She's holding it, and my hands are trying not to go on fire, so it's better that she holds.
Okay.
Don't burn it. I need it. Please.
Diana, you do see another image later on in the newspaper that seems to draw your attention.
Oh.
And as you turn the paper a little bit so you can see the image, there's a portrait of Molfin. Shrouded, black cloak and cowl. They made him look very intimidating. They got like really dark shading around the eyes.
Ooh.
They made him almost look like you can see like his veins and stuff and through his
Like
wrinkles.
as nasty as possible.
Yeah, imagine like a Sith Lord.
Oh, no.
That's really realistic.
Molfin at the door is just. What is it now? Are we leaving or not?
It's basically
Molfin, you should
it's basically a wanted poster.
Oh no. Oh god. Molfin, wherever we're going, I would recommend seeming because I'll hold up the newspaper to him. You're kind of like public enemy number 1, and they have your face.
Molfin bin Laden.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well. This is probably as good a time of any as to attempt this as I should probably prepare my spells before we leave.
Yeah.
In any of our belongings, Callista, you tend to carry our stuff.
Yeah.
Do we have any sapphires?
Good question. I might have some.
Did Callista tell us what was wrong with the name Horncrow?
You know that she does not like her mother's side of the family, aside from her mother.
I have an emerald from the sewers.
Let me make sure before everyone goes.
We do have 6 gemstones, but they don't specify type.
Let me see if it...
And a tourmaline?
I'd probably say you. I would
A
have.
malachite? I don't know. Stagmite?
They're 100 gold each, but we have 6 gemstones from the Chimera Horde.
Really? 1 sec.
What else?
Because for the life of me, I cannot find it on my character sheet, and I can't remember what level it is, so I'm just going to do it the easy way and look it in the book. Because you know, when you have this wonderful online tool, but you can't find it.
Wait, what's this? What's this? What's Michael rolling?
Ryold walks down the stairs and yawns. My goodness, I wish my bed was as comfortable as yours is. Callista, how did you... And my mattress is just too lumpy.
You can have my bed. It's fine.
Really?
Yeah, really.
You know, normally I'd say...
You know, there's a newspaper.
Wait, what?
Nothing.
It appears my staff is not fully charged. It may take a few days.
Oh, that's what he was rolling.
Are you planning on going somewhere? What is all this on the floor?
It's Lachlan.
Apparently, Lachlan's getting the fan mail.
Wow. Way to go, Lachlan.
Thanks. Mage hand high five.
I don't have that, but it's okay. So he high-fives the mage hand. Interesting.
And
Oh,
newspapers
bloody hell.
about us.
Newspapers.
We're heroes.
Any mention of myself?
Is there?
Not a word.
Oh, buddy. Well, that's fine by me. I don't want him to.
Well,
That is fine.
It's safer that you're not mentioned, Dad.
yeah,
See the next
I-
volume.
You're right. It's probably a good thing. I will accept this.
I
Could be
will.
worse. Moffin's gonna grab it and turn it around.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll hand him the newspaper to look at it if he wants.
Look how wrinkly they made him.
That is not a very accurate rendering.
Well, I could make it accurate. We have to go into Waterdeep anyway, so. If I'm going to cast Seeming, I could always give them the appearance they seem to think I have.
I don't know if provoking while you're public enemy number 1 is a good idea. We have enough problems.
Michael, how heavy is that body that I exhumed at this point?
Oh God.
How much of it is left?
Um,
It's only been a couple days, right?
It's only been a couple days. I'd say 40 pounds.
Bloody hell.
It's a halfling, right?
No, either a halfling or a gnome. I was just looking for
Or a
small
child.
dwarf.
Yeah.
Wow.
You guys also start hearing hammering coming from back by where Ryld's old room was.
Constructions, yeah.
It appears the construction
Ryld,
crew has arrived and they're continuing work on filling the massive hole the mechanical spider put in your house.
Forgot about that.
Yep.
Ryle, do you have the ability to cast the spell to increase or decrease an object's size?
Oh, that is a very good question. As Ryld begins to ponder his character sheet.
As he flips through his spellbook.
Well, I have an idea that would work, but it would need to be...
to make objects bigger or smaller?
Yes. Specifically the spell to enlarge or reduce an object.
He does not.
Bloody hell.
Fortunately.
Ew, Gramps.
I'm trying to figure a way. Because with a sapphire, I can create a link between the gemstone and an object on the material plane. Crush the stone, and the object is immediately teleported to the location.
It's complex.
So, all of a sudden, public enemy number 1 shows up in Watertown Gazette seeking information. Fight ensues. Explosion and dead public enemy. But the spell can only transport something approximately the weight of a medium-sized stone.
Gotcha.
Whereas, unfortunately, this body is a bit heavier than that. The spell that I've cast to make things smaller before, like when I used Mage Hand to move myself around, would make it light enough for me to do this, but it only lasts but a moment. So I would need somebody with the body to cast it, for me to be able to contact them telepathically to cast it, and then have me move it over, and have it appear as its regular size. It's a very convoluted plan, but that's what my mind comes up with. Seems easier than summoning a chest out of the ether, pulling a body out, throwing it somewhere, closing the chest, banishing it back away, and hoping nobody notices.
Foolproof.
Mm. Mm.
But either way, we need to go to the Waterdeep Gazette first.
Yeah.
Works for me.
And before we go, Molfin is going to take a moment and cast a 3rd level spell. Actually, I'm sorry, it's a 4th level spell. And cast Arcane Eye when we go outside.
Okay.
And just send the eye up to float up to Ashland's window.
Uh-huh.
And just sort of peek it and make sure Ashland's okay.
Currently, she's asleep.
Okay. Like, looks like normal, like breathing normally type sleep.
Yep.
Oh, okay. And Muffin's just going to leave it floating there. It'll stay for an hour.
Okay.
It's invisible and it can be any distance away from me.
Okay. Sure.
And then it'll just, basically it just keeps feeding me information mentally. I get a visual picture. So as I'm, don't know how well I'm going to be able to handle walking with this going on, but as I'm looking here, I'm getting a mental picture like there's an eye on the back of my head staring in her bedroom. That sounds horrible.
Creeper cam.
Let me just make sure. Oh. And it can see 360 degrees. Lovely. So, both the character and the player are saying this. The moment she starts to stir and awake, thing is dropping 30 feet towards the ground.
Okay. Okay. Sure.
Don't want to be that guy. Just want to make sure she's safe.
That's fair.
Sure.
She is in a tower with no like doors.
Yeah, there's no doors. It's just
Yes, there's no doors, and that spider thing that showed up at the house didn't need doors, so.
Right.
True.
Which, on that note, we should probably bring our father with us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which means he should probably look like someone else as well.
Probably a good idea.
Well, so Molfin's going to cast Seeming on himself and on Riled. He'll make Riled look like Ashlyn because she was in the drawing.
Well, this is interesting.
And then Molfin will make himself look like a very sort of emaciated, very sort of gangly, thin, little wiry halfling. Actually, make himself look like the halfling he passed walking by the jewelry store the other day.
Fantastic, fantastic. Yep. Lachlan, Ryle looks right at you and says, I saw that. And I know that Ashlyn hit you very hard. I am going to one up, and I will fireball you if you even touch me.
I bet you I could dodge your fireball.
Oh, do you want to try it out?
Not in the house.
Okay, let's go outside.
Okay.
And Ryle walks outside with you.
We already have enough construction. I don't need more.
Here we go.
Money, I swear to God.
Put like an apple on my head.
Are you seriously going to try to do it?
Yep.
Okay.
Are we watching this?
Rod's like, I really don't want to blow him up. But I saw him make
Lachlan.
eyes at me. I know.
I'm feeling good about this.
Lachlan, you... Okay, pause. Pause.
There's a field right there.
Okay, pause.
I'm walking to...
Can we not blow up the property and go figure out why these people have all of your
That
names?
is fine.
You guys can return to this thing later. First of all, Lachlan, how are you feeling?
I'm fine. Takes more than a little hit to knock Lachlan the Legendary out, you know?
But it did.
Well, I guess you're right. Oh, yeah. You guys brought me right back. It was nothing.
Lachlan,
Thank you, by the way. Thank you.
truly, are you okay?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. But your concern is appreciated. Now let's do a fireball!
Irritating.
We're going to Waterdeep first, Lachlan.
I'm waiting till later.
You can
but
explode later.
if you touch me, I swear.
Okay.
No.
He just watches your finger. It's just...
Not in Waterdeep. Not in the
Oh,
house.
definitely not Waterdeep. I don't want to get exiled like Riser.
Oh,
The newspaper said he's a monster.
yeah, I was gonna say, I
wonder if
don't know if
they
this is
really
a
know
passive
the-
insight or an actual insight check on Lachlan, because she is concerned.
Okay, you can make an insight check on Lachlan.
Alright.
Wait, no, she gets like plus 80 to that.
No, I just get advantage, and that's not very good.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Lachlan, I mean, are you with what are you trying to insight? Are you trying to insight like his concern with his friend or like his just
More
mental state?
concerned with like his mental state after everything that happened yesterday, because he just pieced it. We didn't see him all night, and I don't know if he was processing or what, but like I just want to check in that he's okay.
Okay, are you trying to withhold
After
information?
everything. I don't expect him.
MG.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, go ahead and make a deception check, and we'll contest this because actually,
He's probably gonna.
yeah,
Oh shit!
he actually,
Oh,
he-
wait.
he keeps his composure.
Yeah, we both rolled low.
Yeah.
He does.
You rolled a nat 2. I rolled a 5.
Yeah. Completely unaffected by dying yesterday.
I don't know if I believe that, but okay, she'll drop it.
But it means a lot to me, Callista, that you care. Thank you.
Of course I care.
We won, though. It was great.
Okay.
Can we go
Close
burn
is
the
just kind of
newspaper
throwing off
down
that
now?
he's super.
I missed that last.
What was that?
Christy froze.
I think she might have froze. Oh no.
Oh,
I hear you guys.
Oh,
now we got it
Happy-
back.
now you're getting back. You're coming
Oh.
back. There you go. Yeah,
Hi.
you froze for a moment.
I think she's just assuming that he's just probably really happy with all the fan mail right now, so she's leaving it at that. Muffin, what did you say? No.
Can we please just go deal with the newspaper now?
Yes.
Okay, we could do the fireball in the same thing. We could, I'll be in there when
That
we
may not be a bad idea.
Okay.
Wait. You're going to let me blow up the newspaper?
No.
Oh, okay.
What?
I thought.
Maybe. But we'll discuss it on the way.
We'll cross that bridge
yeah.
if we come to it.
Man, been a long time since I went to Waterdeep. This is great.
So
I
you,
was just there yesterday.
Oh, really? How is it there?
Picked up some diamonds. May or may not have robbed a jewelry store.
Wait, what? I thought you bought those.
No, I bought some of them.
Oh,
Didn't have 5,000 gold.
Muffin just keeps on digging the hole deeper this episode. It's just like just shoveling.
But
Let's go. I don't want to know.
Let's go.
I don't want to know.
All right.
I kind of want to know. But yeah.
You guys.
Muffin's gonna very sort of subtly wave the ring at Lachlan. You gave me one. I feel like I have something I have to live up to now.
Yeah. Good job.
All right. You guys.
Have
start-
you picked your
4,000.
snake thing yet?
$4,000 worth of diamonds. And granted, I had to
High
banish
five.
4 people to make it happen, but
As you guys are walking through the city streets of Waterdeep, I need everybody to make a perception check for me, please.
Ooh, I'm rolling a crap.
you know what? Do we have DM's inspiration from last time?
You do.
I'm going to burn my DM's inspiration because I've been rolling like crap tonight.
Okay, you may.
Me too.
Wow.
I've been.
Oh my
Advantage.
gosh!
Oh no!
Even with the advantage.
Yeah, I have advantage.
So
Yeah, I've rolled double digits once, and
Can
it was
I
a
just
nat.
be passively?
Diana, Lachlan, and Callista rolled high enough. You pass by an alley. And back in the alley, you catch a glimpse. It looks like something's happening. It looks like maybe like an old dumpster or something is back there. A bunch of trash. But it looks like 4 guys are kicking the crap out of somebody back there in the back alley. Like just beating the snot out of this guy. Diana, you rolled high enough to recognize an individual back there. It's one of Lachlan's friends that you met. His name was Fallen. He was Fallen, the tiefling with red skin that you guys met that he used to hang out with. He currently has 2 guys like grabbing his arms while the other guy is just like punching him in the stomach. And you can see him like being hunched over, and another guy is like backing up and then rushes and then kicks him in the side of the face.
Sarah.
Oh my god. I will run forward into the alley and just I don't even know. I guess if I could grab one of the dudes that's like kicking him by the collar and like kind of yank him back and be like, what do you think you're doing, kind of?
Okay.
Like,
Well,
could I do that?
if you're running and you're approaching, they're
Yeah.
going to notice you before you get to them.
Okay, that's fine. I just be like, hey.
So you just all of a sudden Diana just books it back this alley,
Yeah.
guys.
Muffins notices going to give chase.
Yeah. Diana, wait!
And as you
You're
guys
doing
get
something
there,
good.
I'll put some more tension music on here. As
Oh.
I'm
you
just
guys,
trying to shake down the Gazette.
we're just on our way to blow up the newspaper. I mean, as you approach, you notice these 4 individuals. They are wearing, they got tattoos. One of them,
That means they're evil.
one of them, I mean, he has tattoos all over him. One of them, you notice, has a shaved head on the back. He has a tattoo of a circle that has like 10 lines that come out of it with little circles on the end of them on the back of his head.
Like we've seen this before.
That sounds like a cult.
And he turns around and looks right at Diana, rushing up to her. What do you want? Why don't you turn around and mind your own business? And a couple of the other guys, like, they let go of Fallen,
Fallen?
and he just like falls to the ground. He's just been beat the snot out of him, and they just start like puffing up their chests and walking like up as a group slowly.
Oh, yeah? Do you know who that is? That man that you're kicking?
We know exactly who it is. So why
Yes, that is
why
my-
don't you shut up and turn around and leave?
Oh,
Oh no!
That's my friend. Do you know who I am?
I don't care who you are. You're gonna get your ass beat if you stick around.
I cast Scorching Ray at all 3 of
I lit my
them.
hands on fire. I lit my hands on fire.
Okay.
We're getting kicked out of Waterdeep.
I'm
Cast,
just trying to intimidate, but she's attacking, so
Roll!
Oh my God.
Cast your spell, Diana. I'll let this happen.
She did.
And
That one?
we're gonna.
That's a
I think that one was a
27.
27 to hit.
Yes, you got to roll 3, I believe, because Scorching Ray is 3 rays. Oh!
Oh no.
oh
He's
no,
dead.
Diana, no!
Diana just vaporized a person. And Molfin's the back.
Okay.
I'm just
So
going to say this right now.
considering the fact that they're probably very low armor class and very low health, if I intentionally shoot to miss, but like get it like right next to their heads,
Do
I just wanna
some
scare
damage
them.
with a scorching ray.
I want to do
I-
minimalistic damage. I don't want to kill them. I don't want to be. I just need to intimidate.
It's gonna be
With
You can revive him.
it's gonna be difficult not to kill them with a scorching ray.
Dang! Oh, I did the wrong thing.
You pulled a shotgun, stuck it against
I did the
side and
wrong
pulled the
thing.
trigger.
I did the wrong thing.
go-
Is Scorching Ray cantrip?
Scorching Ray is a spell.
It's like a level one.
Second level
She
spell.
burned a second level spell on these guys.
It used to be. Listen.
Unlimited power.
Go ahead and roll your damage
Put the
for all
damage on
three
each
of
one. I wanna
those
see-
I don't
because
want to roll my
they
damage.
all hit. They all hit.
Hang on, I regret this so much.
Are they all going to the same person or different people? Tell me it's different people.
They're pointed at like each individual. They're not
Oh,
pointed.
come on. You said you blasted that guy in the face that was talking.
No, not that guy. I
thought
said
he was
so
hitting-
three scorching rays. I meant it at different
Like-
people. But like I back at level like 4, this was like a very low powered spell, and I forgot that I went up like 10 levels, and now it's a really potent spell.
Well, go
Let's
ahead.
see some damage.
Go
I
ahead,
want to see how bad this is.
Click your damage on all three of those
Oh,
because
no, I don't wanna click my damage. I don't wanna kill
they all
them.
three hit.
Please don't let me kill them.
Molfin is just watching this, cackling
Okay.
insanely behind.
Okay. Ooh.
Hang on, I feel so bad. I don't want to kill them. I don't want to kill them.
Molfin's
I
pulling,
don't want to kill them.
vials.
That's not my intention.
Molfin's pulling vials out of his robe. You can see he's getting ready to collect the blood samples.
I think Calista
I will
drops her
say-
flames as this happens.
Diana, you
I will say,
you cast your spell, and these
I regret.
four torrents of fire energy just go shooting towards these guys that are standing like 10 feet in front of you guys. One of them blasts
so
the
killed.
bald-headed dude that was talking all the smack, like directly in the chest.
Yeah.
Lifts
Yeah.
off of the ground and goes flying back about 15 feet. Slams and rolls into the alley. The other two take a hit, but it doesn't seem to be quite as bad as this guy. They fall
Thank
back.
God.
One guy goes, "Oh, dang!" And they start like panicking and start rushing, and they start booking it. All three of them start booking it down the alley in
so
terror.
bad.
Is anybody going to do anything about
I
it?
will healing word. Does he look dead or does he look like unconscious? Is he blasted? Like, is he salvageable?
He is unconscious.
Oh, thank God.
I will healing word
Whoops.
and tell
You
him to
realize
get
you have
Do we need to worry about the guys that are running, like telling
They
people
will
about it?
tell the city of Waterdeep they need to die.
Well,
They do not need to die. Jesus Christ. I mean, Illuminator dies.
I'm sorry. Am I the one who just attempted to murder them at point blank range? No.
I forgot that I was that powerful. First of all, I haven't used that spell in a long time. I
I'm
only
just
meant to scare them.
stand over him as I heal.
As you're healing, and as you guys
That kind of
finish,
thing
as
doesn't
Molfin
get
and
up.
Diana finish arguing with one another. Lachlan, was there anything that you wanted to do? Because you weren't
Oh,
part
before
of
they
that
get-
conversation. So
before they get too far from me, can I cast a Lachlan Classic?
a hypnotic pattern.
No, I was thinking more of the sleep.
Sleep.
Sleep's
Yeah.
a good one.
Yes.
Sleep's a
you
good
could
one.
attempt to sleep. Yes, because it doesn't seem like they're gonna stand and fight after what just happened.
That they're, yeah. Oh, God. Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
Molfin or Lachlan starts waving his hand and begin to cast something. All three of them running. Fall to the ground and are asleep.
Are they still within the alley?
They're in the alley. About
They don't
30
need
feet.
to die.
I'm thinking we could, like, leave a note saying, hey, this is a gang fight. You don't want, anyone to know about this. Maybe
Exactly.
something-
I think
Yeah.
that they're common thugs. Like when I don't know. I just feel like if you're a thug and you're beefing with another thug, why would you run to the authorities? Because some people from the other thugs, the people that like the other thug are, I don't think they're going to tell anybody. I think that this is just going to intimidate them and make them run away.
Yeah, do we recognize this symbol?
Yes.
Yeah.
Symbol, do we recognize this?
I think you do. I think as you
I
get a
think
Yeah, 'cause I
closer
think we've
look-
seen it.
I think you've seen it. It's the
Yep.
symbol of Xanathar's guild.
Xanathar.
Yeah.
My concern is not the authorities. My concern is that apparently one of our addresses has been leaked. And now you have just gone and picked a fight with Xanathar. And he can find out where my great-great-grandson lives, and as a result, my great-grandson and his wife. So forgive me if my first thought is to vaporize the loose ends.
Callista, the man becomes conscious with your healing word, and just immediately opens his eyes, looks up at you.
Hands lit on fire.
Hey!
You pissed off my girlfriend.
Hey, boy, well, she came running into business she shouldn't have been messing with. But
You should learn to speak with respect to a woman like that.
yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Tell me why you were beating up on this one. What did he?
He was an old bird watcher.
Yeah, go team.
Xanathar's guild, we've taken over the place. He wanted to run. Apparently there's some word about somebody they call the some snake name. What's that?
The code.
The Cobra, yeah. Yeah, apparently this one supposedly knows some information about it. So we were sent here to beat the snot out of him until he spoke. But he won't say anything. He's useless.
Good man.
Look over my shoulder at Lachlan.
How
Look
far
at
is
that.
from the other three?
The other three are about 20 feet away, asleep in the alley.
Don't kill him.
Diana can just see Molfin sort of measuring distances out. And
Molfin, don't kill him. They might go to Xanathar, but then again, yeah.
Thought I was out. They pull me back in.
I walk over to Lachlan's friend and I cast Cure Wounds on him.
does it look like this idiot on the ground is making any sort of connection as Callista is looking over at Lachlan?
He doesn't look smart enough.
I was just gauging on what Lachlan's reaction is to this. It wasn't a pointed look. It was more of an insightful look.
Fallen kind of spits some blood onto the ground after some of his wounds have been healed. It still looks like he's got some visible wounds showing, but you definitely helped him a lot, Diana, with that prayer. Thank you. And Lachlan, you haven't really ever heard this guy talk a whole lot.
Yeah.
Like, he's super quiet. Like, it's all business. I thank you. Kind of wiped some blood off of his lips from a split lip that he got.
Hey, Fallen.
Do you think that those... Yeah, go ahead.
There seems to be, your passive insight tells you he wants to say something to Lachlan, but then he looks down at the guy and then looks back at Lachlan and he doesn't say anything.
And gnomish Molfin looks over at Lachlan. Do we need to remove these four? Is it a risk?
Well, I don't know. I think I'm the real problem here. Shoot.
Fallen looks at you, Lachlan, and looks at you. Then just glances over at Molfin, who he thinks is just a halfling, and Diana. Looks right at Diana, since Diana's next to him by healing him and everything. It's just like they set Riser up.
Did he now? How so?
They're trying to weed us all out. If we don't join them, we're goners.
One more for the list.
It's Tren. Tren gave us away. And he looks right at Lachlan.
What? He was the one I told to go investigate. Oh.
Yeah.
Where's Trent now?
With them.
Hmm.
And it seems like
I wanna ask-
it seems like he's reluctant to say too much in the current present situation.
Yeah.
Like he is
Molten
deliberately
walk-
not saying your name, Lachlan.
Molfin's going to walk right over to the individual that Callista's in front of. And
I have my hand on fire, just FYI.
lean down beside him, reach down, and very gently set his own hand, right up against the guy's throat.
What are you doing?
Look very closely at me. I am not what you see before you. And I'm going to lean very close to him.
You look like a halfling who like polishes shoes.
He kind of does.
It is an illusion, you fool. Look deeper and see what you're dealing
I
with.
don't even know what you're talking about, fool. I don't understand. Can you just let me go, okay? I'm done. I'm leaving him alone, okay? I'm done.
And how are you going to treat women going forward?
Am I gonna do what, lady?
How are you going to treat women going forward?
Facts.
With the utmost respect.
As you should.
Good,
Do I
because you don't want
believe
to
in
see me
additional-
when I'm angry.
Make an insight check, Molten.
I'm going to burn my portent to roll a nat 20 on it.
He's doing one of those classic villainous, sarcastic statements.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Molten's
like,
gonna
"Thanks."
Shang Tsung him.
I look at the
Molfin's going to stand up.
Can I
Just
look
take-
at the guy that we just saved? Okay. Never mind.
What are you doing, Lachlan?
Taking one step back and then looking over at Callista. And in Primordial saying, he's going straight there to tell them. He's lying to us. Take Diana out of the alley. Or not. I don't care either way. They will not make it out.
At this moment, you hear, "Halt! What's going on?" You hear there are three Waterdeep city watch or guards are on the other side of the alleyway. And they start moving into the alley from the opposite side.
In Primordial, I say to Molten, this works better. Get out of here.
You hear that guy going, "Oh crap." And he looks like he's starting to panic.
No,
Okay.
no, I'm still leaning on him. I drop my flames though and look at the guards.
Okay.
Molfin leads back down towards him. And because I was thinking today and prepared it, he's going to look down and say, I believe you want to tell the gods everything you can about the Xanathar's Guild.
Yes! Yes!
This is classic Molfin.
Yes!
He needs to make a wisdom save of an 18.
A wisdom save. Okay. This is just a flat D20 with no modifier. What was it again? An 18?
Hold on, I'm
Tell the guards everything they know about the
basically tell him
Xanathars.
everything he knows about the Xanathar's Guild.
Oh!
Oh.
A 19.
Wow.
Jeez.
Oh, wow.
Jeez.
Try that again on the sleeping people.
You instantly, with your words that you're saying them, you instantly feel it didn't take.
Molfin takes a couple of steps back, looks at Callista, and just surprised and comment. It didn't affect him.
Guards, this woman attacked me. Look, I still have burns on my chest. Look.
Okay, let's roll it back over here. I cast Zone of Truth.
All right.
Because no, ma'am, we're not doing that today.
Okay.
He needs to beat an 18 again. I think that's wisdom.
Does anybody remember the
Wisdom,
rules
right?
on casting in Waterdeep? Like, does anybody remember what our rules were? Because these guards are getting rather close to you guys.
I think it's that
If you're
we have to be like registered.
Yeah, which none of us
None
are.
of you are.
We
no, we never
live in Waterdeep. That's
don't
why
live in-
we're not registered.
Oh yeah, we are just
But
visiting.
to
Yeah.
be in it,
I mean-
even just to visit, we have to register, don't we?
With magistrates.
Only if you're gonna be there for a while, right?
If you're here more than a 10-day, you have to register.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
we're not
here
I will still let you go ahead and cast it, but I want you to make a. We'll call this a stealth check to try to keep it on the DL.
You have your
Can
nat
I-
20.
Can I,
You have a nat
like-
20.
I use my nat 20.
There
Yeah.
it goes.
All right, so you do get the spell off of Zone of Truth. I think what's the radius of that?
I'm gonna have to. Oh, I'm fine.
Oh yeah, everybody in that radius has to make the save.
Are we all
15
in that
radius.
radius?
Save one person.
Yeah, you got except the 3 that are asleep aren't going to be affected by this. They're still asleep,
Yeah.
20 feet away. But every one of you, I believe, are in this
Not
radius.
Molfin.
What is this? This is a charisma
wearing
saving
ring.
throw?
The ring I took from Iron.
Oh no!
Oh, it was charisma. I was
charisma
minus.
Oh, and homeboy, that is that
Well, I
we're
rolled a
interrogating has
19
to-
naturally. Ooh,
Oh
so-
yeah, the guy has to make his
21.
charisma.
Yeah,
save.
he has to make an 18
An
again.
18 again. Oh boy, I don't know if he can do
Yeah.
it twice. I don't know if he can do it.
I mean,
twice.
I pray
Nope,
not.
that's not gonna happen. Yes.
Actually, Michael, let me ask you your opinion on this. Here are the stats on the ring that I wear. It says you're immune to magic that allows creatures to read your thoughts, determine whether you're lying. So I'm assuming I'm just immune to Zone of Truth.
True. Yep.
As the guards approach, I would like to look at them and be like, excuse me, but we came upon a terrible scene of these 4 goons attacking one man. And we did our part as good Samaritans to assist this poor defenseless man who was being brutally attacked. And I feel like all of that is true. He was defenseless and brutally attacked.
The guard comes up and kind of grabs the guy by the arm. Looks at him. Oh, this true. He just smugly looks and then says, "Absolutely." What? And then the guards like grab him, and then another guard, like there's 3 of them. Another guard looks at Fallen, right there. He's kind of just like leaning up against the dumpster. This one too. Yeah, been looking for this one too. You're gonna have to come with us.
The one that we helped.
Yeah. And he kind of Fallen kind of looks at you all and just like, "It's fine. He's fine." And he just nods towards Lachlan. And then winks. And he lets the guards kind of start taking him.
Don't forget the sleeping ones over there.
We'll handle it.
Thank you.
And he kind of just,
Well,
he's
we'll
just
be on
like
our
kind
way.
of suspiciously looking at all of this. Like this whole situation is just strange, man. You guys be you.
I bat my eyelashes at my hair.
Be careful, miss.
Thank you, sir. I will try my best. You know, it's hard being a not defenseless. It's hard being a woman on these streets. That one was so rude to me. So rude. Threatened to beat me up for trying to save this one poor fellow. Ridiculous.
These goons are around everywhere. I mean, it just seems
I
like
know.
they just grow in number each and every day.
It's just so terrible. You know what? I personally just, I really appreciate what you do.
Well, thank you, miss.
Of course.
He
It's not an easy job.
He kind of goes from like professional to like getting relaxed, and he kind of puts the spear tip down on the ground. He's like, we don't often get that kind of appreciation from the citizens.
Right.
I mean, it's just they always think we're out to get them, but we're really just here to keep things safe and sound.
Exactly.
Wait a minute,
well-
I think don't I recognize you from somewhere?
Oh, no, I have a very common face, It's very...
Oh no.
Very plain, very generic features.
Right. Sure. Well, let me get these bums locked up.
Thank you so much. I just really appreciate you. Have a great day. Have a blessed day.
No, you too, ma'am. You too. And he
Thank you so
gets
much.
locked away. The guards are kind of. You see a couple other guards have assembled now. There's like 5 or 6 of them, and they're dragging these sleeping individuals out of the alleyway. And they got Fallen, and they got this main goon, and they're dragging him out. And as they're dragging him away, he's like, he's gonna find you. He's gonna find you. He sees it all. You're in for it now.
Get in line.
And then he disappears around the corner, being drugged by the guards.
Add to the list. Damn.
It's just her name.
Lachlan, I've never asked. Has this smaller interior band, do they have an emblem?
Well, we could just go by more of a name.
Is the emblem on the ring different than on a regular ring? I can't remember.
Oh, that band. I think the silver rings. They have a snake on them?
The silver rings that you have for the 7 snakes,
Yeah.
they do have a flying snake on them
It's the same emblem though.
of his old group.
As the rest of the Zentarum rings?
Yes, they are pretty much the same logo. Yeah, I mean the rings that Lachlan had made are really, that he got are a little bit flashier. They do look nicer, but the overall design of the logo is the same.
Okay.
That's pretty high. One more.
What are the walls made out of in this alley?
Looks like stone.
And the police are gone at this point?
Yeah.
The guards?
Guards are gone.
All my friends are getting locked up.
Yeah.
We'll help them.
Perhaps
will
can
find a
get
way.
them out.
Of course, we can find a lawyer. I'm sure there's plenty of good lawyers in this city. We can pay their bail.
Or we can walk over to the wall and just remove it.
Wait, what?
I didn't know we could do that.
There are many things I can do that I have not yet shared because we haven't needed to. When have we
That's
needed to
illegal.
walk through a wall?
It's illegal.
Wait, what's this?
We can walk through walls. That's fun.
No, good to know.
Very
What?
interesting.
What building, what businesses are on either side of us?
Oh gosh, I have no idea. We'll say just a typical middle-class clothing store, and then kind of like a grocery type store on the other side.
Or does anyone need food or clothes?
No.
It's not necessary right now, Molflin.
Diana seems to doubt, so
Doubt what?
Ryald speaks
The
up.
wall?
Ryald speaks up as Ashlyn and says, "Lachlan, the bird watchers. What was he talking about?"
Oh, I wouldn't call it a street gang, but it kind of is, and it's just the friends from my neighborhood, the way we kind of grew up. I think that we've run afoul of perhaps a criminal organization here. Probably largely my fault, and now everybody I know is in danger. Well, not everybody I know, but... And I feel terrible. And for some reason, standing here, I feel this crazy urge to tell the truth. I don't know what's causing it, but...
Wolfen very pointedly looks at Diana.
And I'm caught between this need of, obviously something going wrong here, and I want to go just find out who's behind this all and get rid of them. Versus there's so much else that's on the list right now that, I wonder how long I have to delay and buy time before more and more people I know get apparently framed and locked away. So I'm in a tough spot right now.
Sarah in chat.
Did somebody
The
put
birds-
something in my drink?
The birds have run afoul.
Oh.
Oh, Lachlan, I feel like now is a good time to tell you that I cast a spell, when that one guy wouldn't listen to Molfin. He listened to me and Zone of Truth, and it affected you too, sorry. It's an area effect, not an individual. That's why you feel just step out of the 15-foot zone and you should be fine. Just get 15 feet away from me.
Diana is strong enough to be able to look at her and say, "My name is Callista."
Okay, well, it didn't work on you last time either, so I was expecting that.
It's called strength of character.
It's called, I have a lot of magic items, and I have voices in my head. And they let me lie to people.
Oh, that was tense. I was killed.
So what's the plan now? Are we still going to the Gazette to deal with the doxing, or are we dealing Xanathar?
Well, I think it's worth following this trail. What if the two are connected, right? What if...
Well,
Right.
let's deal with the Gazette first, because that's the immediate threat to, your mental state and my immediate family.
Privacy.
To the Gazette.
Lachlan, come on, we got to catch up with Diana and Callista.
Okay.
So you guys are headed towards the Gazette?
Yep.
Mhm.
All right, I think
Yeah.
that is going to be a perfect time for us to end our episode this evening.
Dun, dun, dun.
Beat up some
Well done,
people in the
folks.
newspaper.
Well done, folks.